talk about your experience with willpowering yourself into doing things.
I think part of it is kind of just who I am. I'm a pretty stubborn person in certain ways. Stubborn with myself, so I just don't like to fail. So if I say I'm going to do something, I stick to it. Do it. Tying it to a video really helps, actually. Just saying publicly that I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then having a specific time, like knowing when I don't have to keep doing it, like 30 days from now.
It's like a light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing.
Yeah, that helps for sure. If I just say broadly, I'm just gonna not drink anymore or something, then there's no time frame, there's no goal. I feel like I'll cheat more often.
Yeah.
So having the goal, tying it to a video, making it public, for me works. It really helps.
That's a huge level of accountability that a lot of people don't have access to.
Yeah.
Like your sugar one has like 10 million views.
Yes, I didn't know that was going to get that many views, but yeah, that was that one blew up big time. But I did know that thousands of people were going to see it regardless.
Yeah,
and that helps for sure.
Do you, in most of the things that you do, like a 30-day break from, do you go back to the thing after the break?
Most things I, in some form, have improved because of the challenge. Most things, like intermittent fasting, I'm still doing that loosely. I'm not as strict about it, but I eat much later in the day than I did before, and I stop eating earlier in the day.
Tell me about that experience. I'm very curious.
Intermittent fasting was one of the most, I would say, one of the biggest improvements. It caused I lost after a couple months. So in the initial month, I'm not sure how much weight I lost, but I lost probably like a total of like 15 pounds because of it, which was good for me. I felt better. I felt like I didn't feel as hungry as often. I felt like I had more energy throughout the day. It may have improved my sleep a little, although I still struggle with sleep. That's a thing I'm working on for the future. So, but I loved it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I first did IF. I think probably it was 4 years ago now, just under 4 years. Because I had reached a point in my life where I was like, I'm clearly not living well. Like I was at my highest ever weight. I think I was like 156 or something. And I was completely sedentary, and I was just eating constantly in a mindless way. Like I never even really felt as though I was enjoying any of my meals. I just was eating because I was kind of bored at my job, and in many cases like the sun was setting early and it's like time for second dinner. Yeah. But so I did it, and for the first year I was pretty damn hardcore about it, like in the sense that I was very rigorous. Like I did it where I pushed the time window out over the course of like a month, where I would do like 15 minutes a day, where I was extending my time window so that it wasn't just like really difficult. But I was also counting my calories, because I wanted to make sure that I was like, that I knew exactly what I was putting in. And lo and behold, I ended up losing, I think 30 pounds total. Wow. So, which was kind of a lot on that frame. Like I went down to 127, and now I'm higher than 127, but still lower than I was. And it's been something that I have pretty consistently followed for, I guess it's been 4 years since.
Wow.
I definitely eat now. Sometimes I'll eat earlier. Sometimes I'll eat later. It's much more just like by feeling now.
Yeah, me too.
And I typically, when I eat lunch, will keep it a pretty low calorie, high protein, and then basically eat whatever the hell I want every night. Mm-hmm. But I even find that because, of that pattern, I'm not that like ravenously hungry every night. Like I'm not, eating some crazy amount of food just because I can. But so it's really been something that's like totally changed my life. And it's interesting because on Twitter, especially, now we're back to how terrible Twitter is. Like people will often conflate it with disordered eating, which is, a really frustrating thing. But I do think that there is, for a lot of people, and I never engage in that because I'm like, even though I personally feel defensive about it, I don't feel the need to push back. But I will say that I do think that a lot of, and this is kind of where it gets into cleanse culture, which I think can be difficult. Like for a lot of people, the line between self-control and kind of obsession is really, really thin.
Yeah, I think there's definitely, intermittent fasting might not be for everybody, and there's definitely a danger. But I just, for these videos that I do, it's just, this was my experience. This is what worked for me, and this is why I think it worked for me, and that's all I can say. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
But this worked for me.